Generate figures as much as these, and even these, starting with literally as low as $40, guys. All you need is $40 and to dedicate yourself for 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday, and that's it. Literally, we can start making like thousands of dollars within a couple of weeks. It's actually insane, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to get started in this video, a full comprehensive overview. If this is your first time ever hearing about Forex, don't worry, I'm literally going to put you guys on, give you a full tutorial into what is Forex, what's important about Forex, how to trade the market, how to master our psychology, so you guys can start making thousands of dollars quickly, guys. I'm trying to put you guys on because I wish someone had done this for me earlier. Man, if y'all literally want to learn the most profitable skill, I'm going to teach you guys how right now. This video is made to basically just delete all the background noise you guys see on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. This is literally just exactly what you guys should do. You guys don't need to like watch a bunch of like ICT videos and get yourselves confused with all these different strategies and stuff. I'm here to literally tell you guys actionable steps that we could take in order to become profitable as soon as possible. Basically, the point of this video, guys, is just to give you the tips I wish I had at the beginning, because the goal at the end of the day for all of us, guys, is financial freedom. Basically, just the freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want, with whoever we want, man. It's crazy, guys. I've been able to achieve this lifestyle in like 2 years, but looking back on it, if I had these tips I'm about to give you guys now, I would have made it much quicker, guys. Before I get started telling you guys the tips, just want to tell you guys a bit about myself. Who am I and why you guys should even listen? A lot of y'all probably came from the short form. Y'all see me killing it over there, man, making like 1,000 to like 3,000 a trade sometimes. It's been super good. Been like consistently getting payouts now for the past couple of weeks, ranging from like 3,000 to like 5,000 recently. That was super sick, guys. I can't lie. 2 years ago, guys, I was literally working at Burger King, man. It's crazy to see how up I am now. So literally wear the crown to show that anything is possible, guys. You are not defined by the situation you guys find yourselves in. And the whole point of this video is to help you guys escape wherever you guys are at and basically just cross the journey to financial freedom. The main reason, guys, that I felt qualified to come on here and make these videos for you guys is basically I had a really close friend who was struggling with like some personal stuff, but through Forex trading, it's been like only 8 months and he's already consistently making like $1,000 to $1,500 a week. And it actually makes me like so happy to see that even though he was in such a rough spot, like learning this helped him out in such a huge way. And he told me that I should start like trying to help other people. And I realized that online there's so much misinformation that like it's a really big opportunity for me to come on and actually help a lot of you guys. So yeah, man, let's get started. What is Forex? Forex is basically short for foreign equities. Basically, guys, to summarize, Forex is just the trading of two currency pairs against each other. So that may be a bit confusing, but to simplify it, the only currency pair I'm going to be discussing on this video is Euro USD because I feel it's the easiest to trade. So I don't really think you guys need to know about other currency pairs, but yeah, basically when the banks are trying to stabilize currencies, they buy the US dollar sometimes against the euro and vice versa in order to try and stabilize currencies. So like, you know, they don't go too crazy or anything. What we're doing as traders is basically just exploiting like market movements that the banks are going to make. I'll get more into that in a bit because it's kind of confusing, obviously, just hearing about it. But yeah, once you guys get on a chart, it's pretty easy. All we have to do is basically just look for patterns and stuff because the banks like to trade around certain levels and follow certain rules and stuff. So yeah, basically just some of the benefits of Forex, or like why we even trade Forex over stocks, futures, crypto, anything like that. There's like very low fees to start. For like $40, we're able to hop on a prop firm and literally be qualified to receive a $10,000 account, which is super ridiculous to me, but I'm gonna get into that in a bit, just a section up ahead. A super like important second thing to mention, guys, is it's really flexible. You could basically trade Forex almost whenever you want. It's a 24-hour market that's only really closed on Saturday. So there's like huge money to be made. And the best part is like there is so much liquidity, guys, because like 6.3 trillion, I think, is traded daily. And it's just like we have to capitalize on it. It's just like it's the most liquid market by far because it's only like the big players trading it, since it's just banks and stuff. You know, there's not really that many retail traders to compete against. So it's like it's just so liquid that it's like smart to take advantage. So yeah, basically just going back to currency pairs for a second. The markets open on Sunday at 5 p.m. like Eastern time and close on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. But basically our best chances for trading is going to be the London or New York session. I personally like to trade the New York session, which is from 9 a.m. Eastern time to 12 p.m. Eastern time. I'd say is like the best types of trades, but you could also trade the later session that's really good and really liquid, which is from 8 p.m. Eastern time to like 12 p.m. Eastern time. So as long as wherever you guys are living, as long as that's like a time where you guys could realistically be awake, you could get in good trades. And I mean, you could even use the London session, as I previously mentioned, which is like from 2 a.m. Eastern time to like, I'd say like 5 a.m. Eastern time, where there's like pretty good trades. I'm just asleep for those usually, so I don't trade them personally, but literally my strategy would work on those as well. So if you guys are interested in trading those timeframes, that would work as well. Let's get into something super important, guys, like the most important probably, how to actually make money trading. Guys, before I discuss anything, the most important thing to know is you should always be trading with a trend. You never want to go against the trend. Does not matter if you're trading the daily time frame, the hourly time frame, the 5-minute time frame. You always want to make sure that you're following the trend. If you guys are confused by the time frame stuff, don't worry. I'm going to give a full overview into actually setting up your chart, how to use my strategy and everything, like a bit later into the video. Just explaining a bunch of concepts for the beginners that are really interested in the back end of how the Forex market works. So yeah, basically we're just longing and selling whenever we get the opportunities for such. Now, probably the most important part of this video that I wanted to discuss, prop firms. What are prop firms? Because a lot of people are going to be telling you to use live brokers and stuff, but that is a thing of the past. The future is now in prop firms. Basically, guys, as I discussed earlier in this video, I was not even clickbaiting. For $40, there's a prop firm that would allow us to get a $10,000 account. A lot of you are probably thinking, how is this possible? Like, this seems ridiculous. Let me break it down for you guys. The prop firm I'm going to be recommending to everybody is Funding Traders. I am not like affiliated, sponsored or anything. It is literally the prop firm that I use. Like, as you can see in all my payout certificates, I've been using them for like a year and a half now. Super solid, great customer support, really fair spreads. I'm honestly not even gonna like tell you guys any other recommendations. It's just a no-brainer. They're super reliable, and I mean, I've been using them for a year and a half, so I could recommend them like genuinely from my heart, like with full honesty. You guys should definitely use them if you're gonna start Forex trading. But yeah, basically, guys, the way it works is there's 2 steps. So you pay $40 and they give you a fake $10,000. So now what we have to do is we have to basically generate a 10% return on this $10,000. So basically $1,000. If you guys are able to do that, what happens next is they'll give you a real $10,000. And then from that 10K, whatever profit you make is basically yours in the form of a payout. Like, you get to keep literally any profits you make. So that's what I meant earlier, guys. Like, if some of you guys like start studying quickly what I'm going to teach in this video and really draw a good understanding of it, I'm telling you guys, like, within a couple of weeks, you guys should be able to like start making hundreds at least, or like maybe even thousands of dollars. It's all about putting in the practice and the effort in, but it's genuinely possible, man. It's so crazy to see like the progress that some people have had. I've been working one-on-one already with some people, and man, they've been seeing crazy results. So I generally thought it was time to come on and push y'all on game, bro. But yeah, it's definitely a prop firm angle. Don't even worry about using like live brokers or anything. It's just, there's no point. Like, for $40, you can get 10,000. It's literally ridiculous to say, but if you guys are curious about exactly how you do that, I'll just show you guys. Like, I'll make a new account from scratch and show you guys exactly how to do that. So you guys could just follow after this video if you want. But yeah, another important thing I wanted to mention, guys, is platform we're going to be using, like, we're going to use TradeLocker, is basically the platform linked with the broker. Well, not the broker, the platform that I use, which is chill. They're super easy to use, but they're basically based off a model of TradingView, which is what I wanted to get into. TradingView is the king. This is the best platform for trading on earth. You could connect most brokers to it if you are broker trading, but you don't need to. I just wanted to mention that because it's good to know. But yeah, TradingView is the best thing ever, guys. It's super useful for analysis. It's super simple for beginners. It's like such a great platform. I'm literally going to show you guys exactly how to set it up for my strategy. So just wait for that a tiny bit later into the video. I'm just finishing reviewing some stuff for you newer guys. But yeah, TradingView and Funding Traders are literally the only 2 things you guys need to get started. So yeah, before I like dive into those and how do we set up the charts, how do we take trades, and how do we like set up a prop firm account, I'm just gonna go over some quick final like fundamental concepts for you guys, because this is like super important. Number 1, fundamental analysis. This is using the news or like economic reports and stuff. Basically, guys, we are technical traders, so this isn't really important for us, but it's still good to know how the news is going to affect the market. Basically, only major news impacts like the Euro USD market. Obviously, major news pertaining to the Euro or the US dollar, but for the most part, guys, it's not really important to keep a track of the news for the trading style that we're going to be using. But it's just good to know sometimes, like, for example, I'll show you guys this on the chart in the video, but like a couple of weeks ago, there was a crazy like Fed announcement, and that actually impacted the chart severely. So you just basically don't want to even be trading when that stuff's coming out. So it's just good to know, like, hey, I should be careful when this stuff's going out. And sometimes like the news and stuff can match like the general trend, which I mentioned earlier, and I'll show you guys that as well. But yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Technical analysis, that's just basically what we're going to trade. It's just using charts and stuff like that. And the last thing I want to really go over is lot sizes. Lot sizes is basically how much you're risking per trade. And I want to go over this early, even before I tell you guys my strategy, because it's possible a lot of you guys like after this video might try and trade on your own, like using your own strategy from other traders and stuff, which is completely fine. Like, I think it's just important to get started. It's basically the key to everything, right? Like, literally just getting started. But yeah, guys, lot sizes is basically how much you're risking per trade. Just please, guys, make sure that you're risking like a reasonable amount per trade. I would say reasonable is losing at 1% a day is probably like something reasonable, I'd say. Since we're trading like very liquid, a lot of people would be like, wow, then you could lose 5% a week. That's crazy. But with Forex, man, like you can make so much back in like one trade. So it's really not that crazy. But yeah, guys, once you start losing more than 1% a day, it starts getting kind of dicey. So just stick to like losing 1% a day. It's like pretty manageable. And that ties into the last thing I want to discuss and the most important part of this video, probably, guys. I'm not even trolling. Psychology. Man, bro, I can't even explain the emphasis I want to put on this part of the video. Psychology is everything, guys. It's literally all up here. Most people are trading, like, I know you guys have probably seen like only 10% of people can become profitable traders, but the reason for that is just mindset, guys. So many people have good strategies and stuff, like strategies that would actually work, but they struggle to make profit because they fail to stick to that strategy, if that makes sense. They start over trading once they like think there's a lot of opportunities. Sometimes they revenge trade once they lose a trade, and just a bunch of stuff like that. Like they're greedy and they hold their trades longer than like their strategy indicates. Just so many things like that, guys, are causing people like so many missed opportunities, and I hate to see it. So just please like understand that most of trading is just mental. You know how to trade. Like even if you don't, you're gonna learn after this video, and you're gonna go watch more videos from me or any other creator, and you're gonna learn how to trade. But understand that most of the battle is literally inside your mind. So with that, I think that wraps up everything I want to discuss. And yeah, let's actually get now into setting up the charts, going on TradingView, how to actually like take a trade using my strategy, and how to sign up for a Profit account. Let's get to it. All right, guys, we are back. Now time for the part that most of y'all are probably here for, man. We are actually going to get into how to set up the charts, how to basically hop on the prop firm, what challenge to buy, and how to actually trade on the prop firm software. Let's get straight into it, man. So first thing we're going to do is search up TradingView. TradingView is going to be just like the king. We're going to be using this like for everything, guys. It's the best website ever. Here it is in its glory, man. This is it, guys. If you can master TradingView, it's just uphill from here. This is the most important website that we're going to be using. So all you guys are going to want to do is get started for free. You guys are going to sign up here. It's literally $0, guys. It's completely free. You can see I could just log in with my Gmail account. All of you guys can do the exact same. And then once you're made an account, it is time to actually hop on the charts, guys. All right, guys, now that we've logged into TradingView, what we're going to do is search up our pairs. I'm not sure if you guys are going to trade the exact same thing as me, but in our case, all we need to search up is Euro USD and just click whichever one, either from FXCM or Oanda. These are both very regulated brokers, so their pair information is super accurate. Doesn't really matter which one, guys. And yeah, just going to click see on super charts. And here we go. All right, guys, I'm just going to go on this one because this is a complete blank chart. And I'm going to go through exactly, as you can see here, how I set up this chart, even though this isn't fully set up, how to place alerts, how to like place your zones of value, where your entries would be, and all that good stuff. But before I get into that really quick, just want to go over some of the basics for you newer guys to TradingView. So let's start over here. Basically, this is the watch list. This is just where your pairs are going to be, depending on what pairs you want to trade. As you can see, I'm just trading Euro USD, so that's basically the only pair I have open. But right here, you could add any sort of pair from stocks, crypto, futures, literally anything you guys desire. So that's super cool about TradingView, man. It is the best platform for all types of traders. Then guys, over here, we have the replay feature. A lot of you guys have probably seen those videos where I like predict what's going to happen in the market. Those are made using the replay feature. Basically, the replay feature just lets you go back in the past and practice with the data, and that allows me to make those fun videos, but I also use it as a practice tool. It's only $15 a month, but don't worry guys, if you're just fresh beginners, I would recommend just at least, practicing for a bit on your own, and then I would definitely suggest investing in the replay. Super huge tool that'll help speed up your progress, but it is not necessary for the real beginners, guys, so don't worry about it right now. Alerts, these are super important, but this button isn't used. I'll show you guys how to actually set alerts right in a second when we get into the actual charts. Indicators, I believe in naked trading. I'm going to show you guys a book on that up here, so you guys don't need that for now, but if you are ever interested in indicators, there's a few good ones like the MACD, the RSI, a bunch of stuff like that. You would just go here, click add, and as you can see, it would just open up here in the bottom. The time frames, this is super important, guys. This is probably the most important part up here. You guys are going to want to use these time frames, at least if you're trading my strategy. These are the best time frames, guys. The 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 5 minute, and the 1 minute. Basically, we're just going to be scaling down, setting up zones on the 4 hour that are more important than the 1 hour zones, etc., etc. But yeah, these are super important, guys. And then another very important thing is to make sure you have all the tools that I have up here. You guys want to just copy them. I'll just open the tabs for you guys. You guys can start the same ones as me. And yeah, when you start, as you can see, it just basically shows on the screen and it doesn't show you the rest of the clutter. Like, I don't really care about a fib time zone. All I need is the basic fib retracement. In that example, your long and short positions. And I just use the brush for examples for you guys. But pretty sure that is everything, just very basic wise. Let's actually just get into how we would trade. So guys, the first thing, the most important thing before we do any sort of trade is to identify our major zones of value and our overall market direction. as we can see here, I'm going to start a bit back here and then we'll cover what is happening recently. But let's say we were trading back here. It is pretty obvious to me that on the 4 hour, we have overall been trending down before this. This is actually, guys, a very good example. I'm going to show you guys exactly how the replay feature works. All we would do is, for example, select data, and we could go right here. And then boom, basically the rest of the data that is currently happening would not show. So we could just focus on this past data. As you can see, our overall market direction was clearly down. We are basically sloping downwards, creating these lower highs. As such, as you can see, it is a very clear downward momentum that we know was recently broken, but for this example's case, we wouldn't have done. So what we could do to help us make a lot of our trades is draw a trend line on. As you can see, this is a very valid trend line that has held a bunch of times. And even if you fast forward, it's probably still holding, which means price could actually reverse from where it is right now, but that remains to be seen. But yeah, the most important part here, guys, is knowing that we are sloping down. So we overall should have only been looking for sells when we were trading this past data. We have a bunch of different trend lines that could be formed, and we were only looking for sells. So let's say that we were trading right here. Let's go down to the 1 hour now. Before I come down to the 4 hour, the 1 hour actually, let me just make the zones on the 4 hour. As you can see, there was actually a very valid zone. I'm just going to start pretending to trade from back here because this was exactly 1 week ago. So we could just go through the last 2 weeks of data basically and show you guys all types of examples. But yeah. The 4 hour, we have a very valid zone right here because we have 3 touches on this massive 4 hour zone of resistance. Basically, guys, zones on higher time frames have a higher level of importance than zones on lower time frames because basically a higher time frame candle is a combination of a lot of lower time frame candles. For example, the 4 hour candle is 4 1 hour candles, the 1 hour candle is 12 5-minute candles, and the 5-minute candle is 5 1-minute candles. So as you can see, it's basically a pyramid of importance, and the higher your time frame, the more important your zone is going to be. Obviously, the daily candles are much more important than the 4 hour, the weekly than the daily, and etc, etc. So as we trade only 4 hour through 1 minute, our most important zones are going to be the 4 hour zones. These are the key zones that basically when price is against, as long as it prints some sort of confirmation, we can always expect some sort of reaction before it breaks through, which is evident right here. This is a perfect first example, guys. Right here, as you can see on the 4 hour, we know that this was a very massive zone even before the third hit, right? Because we got 2 massive hits, and the last time this was broken through was all the way back here, Friday the 5th, as you can see down there, which was of September 25th, by the way. Right now we're in October 15th, so it's been like a month, almost a month and 10 days since we last broke through. So we know this is a very valid zone. So even though we were downtrending, I knew that when price hit the zone, it will at least go up somewhat before finally breaking downwards, which is to be expected, right? The reason it breaks downwards is because we're trending downwards in the first place. So basically off these major zones, guys, we can expect some sort of reaction before these clean break every single time, almost, guys, basically guaranteed. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind, because a lot of you guys are probably thinking, why don't we just break down here? But it's basically because of that concept, right? We want to retest, we obviously want to get this liquidity, fake the people that really want to hold this trade long, but the people that are analyzing the markets correctly know that price is trending downwards, so it's just doing basically a sort of retracement for the sell. The way we use this, guys, is basically we could always buy on this zone. That would be super free. But the main key is that since we know market structure is finally going to break after this touch, since we are trending down, we want to look for that 5-minute entry zone that could have given us our confirmation. But to find that first, we're going to have to hop on the 1 hour. So guys, now we are on the 1 hour. This is, as I told you guys, just a lower time frame, but it tells us some major zones that are pretty important that we couldn't really see on the 4 hour. I see one right here that is very valid. As you can see, this is an extremely valid zone. Just look how many times we test against the zone on the 1 hour. It's an insane level of times, guys. And the reason that this is a valid zone is because even though in all these previous instances, this was resistance, not support, as it was previously here, we know that when price finally breaks through this resistance tends to become support. So we use that concept to basically help us in our trading. So now that, guys, that we have our 2 major zones established and basically the 2 places where our trades move from, all we would have to do is hop on the 5-minute and look for our entries, guys. Okay, guys, now that we're on the 5-minute, we are basically looking for our entry confirmations right here. And down here at the bottom, we get a beautiful entry confirmation. This, guys, is known as a double bottom. It is one of the classic 5-minute entry confirmations. I'll throw it up on the screen super quickly. Basically, guys, when a double bottom is created, it signifies to you that price is going to hold on this area of value. So yeah, whenever we're on the 5-minute and we're on a zone, when you get 2 touches on the same area, as you can see here, guys, we just get these 2 touches. These 2 touches basically confirm to me that price is guaranteed to hold on this level of support. So guys, now how would we actually enter this trade? There are 2 different ways we could enter this trade. I'm going to cover them both for all types of traders, guys, because the whole point of this video is to teach you my strategy. I took all of these trades, but I want you guys to be able to be creative with it and find the trading style that matches your play. The way I took this trade personally was I waited for the second touch and then for this entry pattern to be created. Basically, guys, this is kind of a variation of the 3 crows pattern. I'll throw that on the screen as well. The 3 crows is basically when it prints these 3 confirmation candles in a row of the same momentum color. But I waited actually for this massive bullish candle to be printed, and this is the candle that confirmed to me that we should only be hopping for our buys. But another valid way to take this trade is you could have taken it just on the first touch, because we know that this is a very massive zone, and we do get a shooting star into a bullish engulfing, which is another confirmation pattern. So either or was completely fine, and as you can see, this would be a big win trade. All you would have to do, guys, is hop in for your long position, and then take your take profit all the way up here at the next zone for a super clean 1 to 4. For these examples, guys, if you guys want to keep count, just know I usually risk around $200 per trade since I'm trading on a 50K account, but I recommend you guys to start on the 10K account. So you're going to be risking $40 per trade. So basically the way the risk reward works is you multiply, I'd say risk $40 per trade, right? So you multiply 40 by whatever this number is, and that would give you your actual profit. So in this case, you would have made around $180, which is a super nice start, because all we need, guys, is to make 10% on that profit account to finally be able to cash the account and start making real money. So guys, now let's hop in the next example. How would we hop in this sell? So we already know from our higher time frames that this is a very valid zone of resistance. So we know that price probably isn't going to break through it, since price is trying to break this zone and then start trending downwards finally. So guys, knowing this, all we have to do is wait for price to start consolidating right here. Basically, I wouldn't sell this. I wouldn't recommend selling right here, because as you can see, we only got our first touch, and the bearish engulfing candle isn't too great. It doesn't really completely take this candle out, so I would recommend waiting for this sideways consolidation and just waiting for this breaking consolidation to get in for our trade. So guys, as you can see right here, let me just delete the zone. We basically have a major consolidation zone right here. Something really cool you guys could do is if you want to use different color boxes and stuff, you could just go to settings and make some presets. As you can see, I have one kind of consolidation, and yeah, that's just a really cool like feature on TradingView, guys. So, boom, right here we have our consolidation. What do we see happening right here? We noticed that price is actually trending downwards throughout the consolidation. As you can see, as price is consolidating, it's printing these lower lows every single time, and is actually on sort of a trend line down. It was even respected all the way out here if you kind of want to squeeze the truth. But basically, guys, the way we use this is that it tells me that price is trying to break to the downside. So there's a couple ways you could take this trade. One is you could take this trade right here off this candle. But as you know, I like to play a safer style of trading. So what I would actually do is use my knowledge to understand that price wants to retest this consolidation after it breaks out and then finally impulse downwards. That's basically a basic price concept, guys, as we saw, as I explained previously, that when price breaks through support, it turns into resistance, and this is the exact same idea, right? Price is breaking through support, and now this support is being turned into resistance right here. So guys, the way to take this trade, basically understand that right here is your zone of value. So what happens? We break through it completely. Nice. Now I am waiting for my retest. Right here we got this massive root candle. A lot of people would probably think, oh wow, this was actually a fake sell, but no, it wasn't, guys. All we have to do is be patient. See that here we got a nice shooting star candle, and then here we get our bearish confirmation candle right here. Massive bearish engulfing on the 5-minute, completely takes out these last two candles in momentum, and retests our zone on the higher time frame. As you can see on the 1 hour, this was just a retest. Always remember that, guys, that on the higher time frames, price is actually doing different things. As you can see on the higher time frame, price creates a super nice bearish engulfing. So keep that in mind all the time as you're trading, guys, because a lot of the times on the 5-minute, even though price looks here like it might have broken out, on the 1 hour, it was just making wicks, as you could see right here. So keep that in mind when you're trading, guys. A super important concept that I want to go over, because it's kind of the key to a lot of trades, understanding that on the lower time frame, it's making these fake movements that on the higher time frame are actually just wicks sometimes on a zone of value. So guys, all we have to do now is wait for that bearish engulfing to print and hop in for our short position right here, and put our stop loss right above this candle, and put our take profit all the way down here for a super, super nice 1 to 10, guys. Let's say you risk your $40, that would be super clean $400, just like that. And that just shows you the power. Let's see the times, guys. This was basically over the span of, I'd say like a day and a half. Over the span of a day and a half, that's $580 we have already made. And it just shows the potential in Forex trading. Right here was another example of a little short or a little buy you could have done. Basically, this is kind of a trash trade because you know price is going to break down, right? Since we're just trending downwards, but we basically know that price is always going to respect this zone somewhat. So you could have kind of justified a buy at some point, maybe here off the 3 crows. As you can see, there was these 3 confirmation candles printed. You can put your stop loss there. And this would be a very nice example of a scalp trade. I don't like taking these trades too often because they kind of contradict the overall trend, but it is definitely a valid style of trading. So you can see you just put your take profit right here. And it's not a bad trade. It's still a nice 1 to 3, $120. And since we're only risking 40, this would cover your next 3 trades if you, for some reason, lost all 3 in a row. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that. It's a basic trading concept that isn't bad. And as you can see, we could also use scalps for selling because basically we get our 3 touches on this massive, well, not massive, but on this pretty valid zone on the lower time frame. So you could definitely have sold, for instance, right here off this candle breaking this structure. So you can see we were kind of creating structure upwards. We had a decent support zone that kind of like went all the way back here. As you can see by this wick, we had kind of an uptrend, but gets broken completely by this red candle. So this would be an example of a sell position using breaks of structure. And obviously this would be a winning trade as well. Just that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, I don't do these trades that often because they're a bit riskier, since like, well, the sell isn't risky since it's going with the overall trend on the market, but I'm literally just going over all types of trades in these videos, like all types of winning trades, basically. I'm not going to show you guys any strategies that don't work, but yeah, just take notes if you want. I've gone over a bunch of stuff already, right? Like support into resistance, breaks of structure, a bunch of confirmation candle patterns, a bunch of concepts on the 1 hour, 5 minute, 4 hour, a bunch of stuff like that. The 1 minute, guys, I just have it up here. Barely use it, honestly. The 1 minute is very hard to trade, especially for new beginners. I like to dabble in it sometimes. It's kind of like fun, but it is very difficult because you can make a lot of money since your entries are so tight, right? Since you're entering on these 1 minute candles, and like a 5 minute candle is 5 1 minute candles, guys. So imagine if like the 1 minute candle ends right here and like I sell, it's obviously a much better sell than if I sold right here. But just know it's extremely risky to use these candles, so I would wear some caution, guys. I would advise sticking to the 5 minute. The 1 minute is just useful in very certain scenarios, when sometimes on the 5 minute, you basically want to see, oh, this is making a wick, because on the 1 minute, we're actually getting bullish engulfing, stuff like that. Basic same concept as how I use the 5 minute for the 1 hour. So keep that in mind, guys, and let's just basically keep trading. So guys, we have finally broken out of these two zones. Now, what do we have to do? We basically are literally, guys, going to remove all the drawings we had previously made. And then we're going to just hop on the higher time frame and identify new zones of value. This is the key to trading, guys. Always be clearing your charts and identifying new zones. You don't want your charts to ever be stuck with a bunch of zones. You could see this is the chart I actually was trading on. And look how little zones it has, guys. It barely has any. As you can see, man, like, you don't want to have a lot of zones on these charts. You want to keep them overall clean and setting up your charts. Literally after this video, I'm going to set up this chart completely again from scratch because it's such a good habit to keep, guys. Literally always be doing that. So yeah, let's continue on with the examples. All right, guys, our next trade would actually be all the way up here, and it would just be another sell. Basically, we understand that price is going to continue this downtrend, so all we would have to do is hop in for our sell position on another area of value. How do we know this is an area of value? As you can see, it's basically the same area we broke through, but it's actually moved a bit further down, which can be told to us by the fact that we wick up here. These wicks usually signify like the areas have moved down to where the wicks are. So yeah, just a good thing to keep in mind. But basically, guys, our areas are just going to be created by like what the market's doing anyway. So right here, let me explain to you guys exactly how we would take this trade. As you can see, guys, what do you notice right here? I'll give you guys like a second to look at it. Basically, guys, what we're seeing is that we were uptrending. But yeah, you guys should see this pretty clearly. We were uptrending pretty good, like, right, we got like 4 or 5 touches right here. Finally got this breakthrough on this nice red candle, but there's a lot of ways to take this trade. So what do we see? At the top, we see a double top. Basically, we hit against the zone 2 times. Our first confirmation that we should be looking to sell. Secondly, guys, we get the 3 crows pattern to print right here. So you can see it prints 3 red candles in a row with each one gaining in momentum. Super good pattern. Our second pattern that we should only be looking to sell. Thirdly, guys, right here, this candle is a trend line break. Third confluence that we should be looking to sell. And then also it kind of takes out this previous zone of resistance that was kind of holding. As you can see, right, we got like some decent holds on the 5 minute, right? We got like a 3 hold before it broke. Our fourth confluence that we should be looking to sell. And then our fifth confluence that we should be looking to sell was that this was a very valid zone on the 1 hour. And then our sixth confluence that we should be looking to sell is that we are trending downwards. So selling is a very valid position to take. Look at that, guys. Literally, this small setup provided me 6 confluences we should be looking to sell. Like, with that much data and that much analysis backing up my trade theory, like it basically confirms to me that the trade is won. A lot of you guys are probably coming from those videos where you see me doing the daily quizzes and you see me name 3 confluences. Basically, that's the amount you can find on the lower time frame, but by scoping out and understanding the overall trend, we're able to add so many confluences to our trades. That's like the back end of those videos that I can't really show in the 1 minute, like that TikTok and Reels and YouTube allow. But yeah, that's like the whole point of it, guys. We want to be using these overall time frames to basically give us even more confirmation on these lower time frames. So all we'd have to do is hop in for our stop loss, put it right there, take profit all the way at the next zone. Basically, since we know price is trending down, we know it's at least going to create a double bottom before it would print up if it would go up. Boom, look at that. Clean 1 to 10. Super nice trading, guys. Like, so nice. Another $400. And look at that. It's only been like a week of trading. We've only had to take 3 trades and we're already up basically 10%. And you would win the account with that. So from now on, all the money you make, you would actually get to keep. It's insane, the potential of trading, guys. I'm just going to go over a few more examples, maybe like 2 or 3, because I don't want to make this video too long for you guys that are just trying to see the rest of the stuff, but are actually committed to watching the whole thing. So yeah, let's just go over a few more really good examples. Let's see. Right here, I see another great example. This one, more than anything, is just because, like, look how many times we're retesting on this area of value. As you can see, it is a very valid zone since we have the double touch right here. And now we've wicked against it a bunch of times. Let's hop on the 5 minute. And like, guys, look at this area of value. It's holding so strongly. It's like actually kind of like disgusting how easy it is to trade here. Like, I had a couple of people I'm working with like tell me they took this trade, and like, bro, I was so happy because like, look how easy this trade is to take, man. Every single time we're hitting against this, bro. We are literally getting like, we are spiking down so hard. We know this isn't gonna break, and then we get this massive bearish engulfing right here that like confirms to us 1,000% this isn't gonna break. We were actually trending lower too, and we're still downtrending. So this is such a free trade. Like sometimes it's just so free, man. When we're just like hitting against the zone over and over again and are unable to break it, we can just hop in for really free trades like that. But as you guys can see, this is an example of what I was saying earlier. If you took this trade on the 1 minute, you might be able to enter here, which would be a tighter stop loss spot. It's much less safe, guys. So even with a 1 to 4, we take that completely, man. Not bad at all. It would actually be a 1 to 5, maybe around, I'd say around here, since like this is where the wicks were on the 5 minute. And on the 1 hour, yeah, that's pretty valid since it was wicking around here. This would be our valid zone. So yeah, very valid trade right here with a nice 1 to 5, basically. Let me just go back to the actual present now and show you guys my last example of a super free trade I took, which was down here. As we can see, guys, we had another major zone down here that we've only hit against once. So all we have to do was hop in the 5 minute and see how we would have taken this trade. So now that we hit against this zone again, guys, basically there's a lot of different ways to take this trade. One is to just buy off the retracement. I know I said before to wait for a double touch, but as I said as well, when you basically hit against these major zones, you know that it's going to retrace. You don't really need the double touch. So as you saw in the previous example, the double touch works. Even here, the double touch would have worked just a bit higher since price was starting to trend upwards, as you could see. But yeah, man, it doesn't matter. You could just buy it here. It's basically just what kind of trader you want to be, right? If you want to basically be a bit more risky, I would say just buy it off the first touch, but it's not even that risky, guys, because we know that it's going to retrace off this major zone at least somewhere, right? Like we know it's at least going to go here. And that actually helps me get into one of the last things I want to cover for you guys that are super important. So another way to take this trade is off the 3 crows right here on this 3rd candle. And another way is off this basically structure break with this nice green candle. A lot of different ways to take this trade, guys, using our trend line confirmation, right? We have this trend line going up. We know that price is super overextended to the downside. We've shot down too much recently, so we know that price wants to go up to at least at a major zone before continuing down. It's just like basically learning how to trade, identifying these things, and they'll help you basically discover the key. All right, guys, I want to go over like a super quick last tip that is going to be super useful for a lot of you guys, because I know I said at the beginning of the video that this is something you could just do for like an hour a day. And I completely meant that, guys, but a lot of you guys must be wondering at this point, like, how is that possible, right? With like basically this huge movement, let's say you held it all the way to this major zone, it wouldn't be possible to just like hold it and like not be looking at it. Because like, I mean, at this point, right, let's say, let me clarify for you guys, because you're probably just thinking right now, but yeah, let's say you hop in for this take profit. And then you put your stop loss down there and you take profit all the way up here at the next zone, right? This would be a crazy trade, 1 to 12.25. That's like actually ridiculous. $600 on the 400, bro. Like, let's say you're on the 50K, like I am, bro. I would be risking like 200 per trade usually. This would be an insane trade, right? 200 times 12. This is like a 2.6K trade. It's disgusting good, guys. But yeah, let me show you guys how I actually would have taken this trade using like the tools that TradingView provides us. So what I'm gonna do is basically have my stop loss down here, right? I don't want to be in this trade if price starts reversing against me. So the way I take these trades is that I put basically, I see up here, okay, we have a decent, zone of resistance that is held against like previous 2 times before shooting down. So all I'm going to do is say, like, let's say we were in a trade right here. I'll show you guys on replay mode, but it doesn't let me. We're just going to add our alert right there. Basically, guys, what this does is that, let's say I was in this trade right here. When price finally hits against this zone of value, it's basically going to give me an alert. Like, it's going to ping my phone. If you guys download TradingView on your phone, it'll literally ping your phone. You guys could just hop on and see what's happening. So yeah, the way this works is like, let's say I got my alert pinged right here. What I'm going to instantly do is notice, okay, where was the last low? It was right here. So guys, what I'm actually going to do is move my position to right here with my stop loss, basically. So no matter what happens, I can only win this trade. So yeah, guys, basically we use these alerts so that no matter what, we can only win our trades. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say that for some reason price, like I put my alert down here, right? After prices hit this, let's say that price had reversed and gone down completely and hit my alert. What would happen? The point of this alert, guys, is that I now move my stop loss right here, basically. So no matter what happens, I'm actually going to profit somewhat in this trade. You would have to check the take profit manually to see how much you'd make, but as you can see, it'd be a 1 to 2.4. Not bad at all. Like, don't be greedy. That's still $100, which is literally 10% of the way to 1,000, which you need to actually start getting money, which is completely fine. That's a good trade. So guys, as we're moving along with market structure, you want to be just moving your alerts, basically. So let's say now we see that price actually broke through. This is awesome. Now what I'd do is I'd move my take profit to right here, or my stop loss to right here, my bad. You just put your stop loss right there in case price would have gone down and reversed. And it's just the same concept, guys. You just keep riding price as it's going up, basically in the uptrending example. You just keep riding on the lows and like moving your stop loss there. So no matter what happens, you're at least going to break even or hopefully break profit if price completely reverses against you. So yeah, guys, that's basically an overview of how we use TradingView. I showed you guys a bunch of different strategies, like how I would actually trade my trades personally, like safer side trades, but I showed you guys some risky trades you could take as well. Showed you guys a bunch of different confluences that we used to take these trades, more than I could in the short form videos, but I really hope this helped you guys out. But yeah, guys, let me show you exactly how to sign up for an account with my prop firm of choice and how to actually trade on their broker software. Let's get to it. Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry for the quick intermission. Hope y'all are enjoying the video, man. Put a lot of effort into it, but basically, bro, been reading my DMs recently. Something that a lot of you guys have been reaching out, trying to like get that extra step in your trading journey than just like, videos and stuff. And completely get the guys. Don't worry about it. I also had to get a mentor when I started my trading journey because it's kind of hard to just learn straight from just YouTube videos and TikToks and stuff without someone giving you step-by-step actionable instructions and basically instructing you personally on your trades and stuff. So I've actually decided to launch a mentorship and I'm really excited about it because dude, I love working one-on-one with some of you guys. I've already been doing it, but I'm officially launching because I really want to help you guys take your trading to the next level. But before you guys go and apply, just know this is a very limited thing. I obviously don't have the free time to accept everybody, so only apply if you're really serious about your trading and want me to basically help you take your trading all the way to the next level. So yeah, if you're really interested and very serious about your trading journey, make sure to apply below. And peace out, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video on how to set up your trade locker. All right, guys, now time for the exciting stuff, how to actually hop on the prop firm account, how to use their broker, and then how to journal for a lot of you guys that are interested in the actual backend. So yeah, right here, we're on Funding Traders. You can just search them up. It's literally just Funding Traders, like on Google. As you can see, it's the one with the orange logo right there. So yeah, you're just gonna log in, make an account, and this is the interface you guys are gonna see. Basically, guys, if you guys are gonna want to use like an account with these guys, they're super valid. They have really good spreads, amazing customer support. I'm literally like not sponsored or anything. These people, like, it doesn't help me in any way if you guys really use this, but I'm literally just putting you guys on because I want you guys to use a prop firm I genuinely trust. I haven't seen a single person on social media promote these guys, which is crazy to me because they're like actually a super good prop firm with really fair rules. I'll get into that in a sec, but they're amazing, man. Like, I recommend them with my entire heart. They're super trustworthy and like they have never done me wrong, guys. They're actually the best. So, but yeah, guys, before you actually like buy an account with them, if you want, you could literally click on help and rules over there in the left corner and completely read through any rules, like basically every rule that they have. If you want to learn all about their slippage, their commissions, their lots, all types of stuff, here it is, man. Literally just click the bottom left right there, help and rules. But yeah, you guys just care about the account we're going to be using. It's going to be the Pro 6, the 1-step or 2-step. The difference is that basically on the 1-step, you have to just make a 10% profit, but on the 2-step, you have to make a 6% profit and then a 4% profit, but they actually let you lose 10% before you lose the accounts, but on the 1-step, you can only lose 6%. But I like doing the 1-step when I do these challenges because, to be fair, if you've lost 6% of an account in a row, there's probably something wrong with the mental. It's definitely not the trading strategy. Then you're just going to go to 10K right here for the balance, and you're just going to leave all these rules the same. I know that it says like you only get 80% payouts and on 14 days, and you guys have probably seen me get like, 100% splits in 7 days. I just upgraded, like basically I was doing these 10K accounts. And then when I finally started making consistent money on the 10K, I bought the 50K with like all the advanced rules and stuff. But I know you guys are seeing $80 right now and you're probably wondering like how I told you guys it was gonna be way cheaper. Don't worry, guys. All you have to do is type in this discount code October 1st and it becomes $40. If you guys are wondering how I got this discount code, they literally have a Discord. I'll just link it in the description along with all the other links if you guys want to join. They post a bunch of promo codes like once a month that you guys could use for the entire month. They're actually super dope, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I'm literally not sponsored by them in any way, but they're amazing, guys. But yeah, let's say you guys actually go through with it, continue, you would just put your payment details. This is going to be what it looks like. Right now, I'm on my 50K account. As you can see, we're doing really good this week, man. Up like a solid 2.3 right now, which is super dope. But let me just show you guys how to place your trades, because I don't need to show you guys like the interface and stuff. As you guys can see, it's the same thing as TradingView. You can put your trend lines and stuff, but like we don't need to actually set up these charts at all. The whole point of this, guys, is that Trade Locker is an app on your phone. So all we need to do, guys, is basically set up our charts like on TradingView on our computer, and then all we need to do is enter the trades on our phone. And the way we enter the trades on our phone is going to be the exact same as the computer. So I'm just going to show you guys here. Let's say, for example, obviously this is like a terrible trade. Do not take this, guys. But let's say you want to hop in for a sell right here. You can see my amount's already set to 200 risk, but let's say you're on the 10K account. You just have to set the risk to $40 and then you'd click sell. And that's literally it for opting for a sell position. A buy is going to be the exact same, but as you can see, our stop loss would be here. You could set the take profit already like this. And then all you have to do is, let's say this trade would be winning. You just drag your stop loss like this. And then obviously, as you drag it along, it would become profit. And that's literally how we're going to use this like broker. It's super easy. They're super simple to use. And yeah, they're genuinely great. But yeah, guys, now we're basically at the end of the video. Just want to go over some super important key things at the end right here for you guys. The first is psychology, guys. Psychology is the most important part of trading. So a very important thing that I would love if you guys could do is read this book called Forex. This is honestly what started my Forex journey. I recommend this book 100%. Again, I'm not affiliated. I'll put a link in the description for it. Why not? But this book is incredible, guys. It literally just explains the basics better than I ever could in a 30-40 minute video. So yeah, I want you guys to read this book if you could. If you're really serious about this, man, this is a great first step. It's a super useful book with a lot of good knowledge. And yeah, it's honestly a fun read if you actually are going to get into trading and enjoy it and stuff. So I recommend this book with my entire heart. And the best part is that it transitions greatly into what I want to talk about at the end, the most important part of trading, guys, psychology. Psychology is mastery of the mental. You guys are gonna want to set rules when you're trading, man. They don't have to be exactly my rules, but you guys are gonna want rules when you're trading. Basically, you're gonna want to, for example, take 2 trades a day, risking these $40, so that way you never lose more than 1% of your account a day. You need to set these exact rules, guys, and basically be accountable to them. You don't ever want to break your rules for any sort of reason. That is the number one reason that people start losing in trading, because trading is mostly about the mental, right? It's for sure a lot of the importance is learning the strategy, getting that help at the beginning and stuff, like literally learning how to trade. But man, the greatest part of the journey is going to be that battle against yourself. It's just like being able to beat yourself in your mind, like being able to overcome yourself, overcome your desire to revenge trade, stuff like that, right? Like over trading, fear of market entry, like fear of getting into trades, all that sort of stuff. You're just going to want to conquer yourself. A big step to doing that, guys, is going to be backtesting. As you can see, this is just some examples of some trades I've backtested. And yeah, you could just record your trades like this. I use this Notion software. It's pretty chill. It's free. It's just for recording stuff like backtesting. As you can see, I would just put photos of my trades right here, and I would like put the 1 hour and then the 5 minute, like how I took this trade, bunch of stuff like that. But yeah, it is super important to record your trades, guys. It is like the key to like actually mastering the psychology, is going in, doing the practice, and then basically being able to apply the practice to the real thing, since you've backtested for so much time and are so confident in your trading expertise. But yeah, man, that's literally the video. That is gonna wrap up everything. If you guys follow this video all the way through, you can actually take your skills from 0 to 100. I literally gave you guys the blueprints. Now all you guys need to do is apply it yourself. Remember, guys, if you are interested in working with me one-on-one, I'm really excited for that launch, man. I'm so excited because I've gotten so many DMs from like a lot of you guys that are really enthusiastic about it. Just check out the link below, man. But for real, if you apply, just like make sure you're actually serious about trading, bro. I'm not trying to like waste my time talking to people who are just looking for a free, easy shortcut. This is generally going to be a life-changing skill that you will learn over a long period of time. But if you don't want to like work with me or anything and you just like the content, really appreciate you guys, bro. It does not matter to me. It just like what matters to me is you guys showing up, loving the content. And I'm gonna make sure to keep delivering for y'all, man. I love making these videos, but a lot of you guys have been telling me to live trade as well. I'm gonna start posting that on the main channel, so make sure to subscribe if you guys really want to see like my live thought process, because obviously it's easy to show you guys examples on the charts that have already happened, but I'm gonna be breaking down how to take these trades live in the coming up weeks, so make sure to subscribe for that. And yeah, peace out, kings. We're all gonna make it, guys. Love y'all, bro. And if you guys stay strong, you will persevere. Peace out.